Hello loves, thanks for coming back to Create, Share, and Give, and today's video will be on Miss Kierra Coles. If you guys aren't familiar with Miss Kierra Coles, she is a beautiful young woman that went missing out of Chicago at the latter part of last year. She was a U.S. postal worker and also pregnant. Very close to her family. You can tell she was very, very loved. Her mother reported her missing after not hearing from her, which they usually converse daily, a couple times a day. And she reported her missing. They end up finding her phone in her car, and I believe a jacket in her lunch. There was a video that surfaced early on, but later to find out that was not Kierra Coles on the video. Her baby was due last month in April. Her father really touched me also. He stayed in his car in the blistering cold weather in Chicago in order to find leads for his daughter. He was on the same streets for months, night after night. And we know how cold it can get. And he stated that if his baby is out in the cold, then he'll be out in the cold. So it was just beautiful to know how loved she really, really is. And that touched my heart. She just seemed to be such a self-aware and such a self-love. You can see the self-love she had for herself, maybe regardless of the situation she was going through. So I was just called to follow this case and wanted to do an intuitive reading on it. So I have some cards that I've previously picked. You have to just trust that I picked the cards. It takes me a long time sometimes to shuffle the cards. Sometimes I may find the need to shuffle them for 2 or 3 minutes. So for sake of the video being so long, I will show you what I pulled so far, and then I'll pull a few more cards. So the first card that I pulled here, and this one signified an ultimate death card. Unfortunately, you see there's a dagger being pulled out of the heart. Even though a person is strong and still, defeat has come. A body of water in the back, and the blood or the red in the back of the background. So that was the first card. The second card was the energy of, I get the blue from water, body of water connecting to a higher realm, different realms of consciousness, different states of being. Just having the rhythm where the water and the consciousness becomes one. Here is the Carnival card. The 3 lights struck out to me. And to me, I get that as a love triangle. Here's a woman with her head covered. And then the 3 lights, to me, signify a love triangle. The father of her child never, from my understanding, gave any type of report or anything to the police concerning the case, any type of affidavit. He just kind of went MIA. For someone to be carrying your child and went missing, he was never out on any of the search teams leading, wanting to know what happened to the mother of his child, even though they weren't in a relationship together. He was in a relationship with another woman, supposedly or allegedly, and they both work for the U.S. Postal System also. So this is the 3 here, the 3 candles to me that signify, some sort of love triangle or a triangle. Here, to clarify the ultimate kind of death, is I pulled the Devil, which to me signifies a male within the dark side of a male. The body of water again that's catching my attention, and the Devil is just the shadow side of a male that let his ego get to him, his desires to overrule the basically worth of two human being lives. Another male here in the Seven of Staffs, someone who's protecting, put up a barrier to protect what he thinks he has, which to me symbolizes a fortress, a home, a money, things of that nature, not wanting to pay child support or having to deal with another child life. So that's what I'm getting from this card here. And here is another Nine of Staff, which is a barrier, but it feels almost as if something is hiding behind. This male is stooping down, almost hiding and protecting something that was hidden. So for all the ladies out there, just be careful who you choose to be with. It's really not worth giving your body to a man that, and vice versa, that don't really care for you. If you go missing or having their child, they won't even attempt to go and look for you, to be on the front lines, to care about what happened to their unborn child, yet you're giving them the most sacred part of yourself, So that's kind of what I'm getting from that. But despite all of that situation, Kierra still had a glistening in her eye. And you can tell she was full of life and just a strong warrior woman who was ready to hold it down, Had her job, her apartment, and her baby was going to be well loved from her family as much as they loved her. So that is the positive side of that. So I'm going to pull another card to clarify. Most High, what other message do we have from Kierra? What message do Kierra want to convey? We ask that she is protected, that her unborn child or born child should have been born now last month, that they are safe and in peace, whatever realm they're in, that they are safe and that they are being looked upon and called upon. What message do we have from Kierra? Okay, I have here the Ace of Wands. So there's a bright light in the back of the background here. There is a painting. So basically, what is the story? There's horses, rainbow, a brighter day. A brighter day to come here. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Her and her baby are in a bright place. The story is here. You'll just have to write your own synopsis of any scenario that may be, but this is a woman of wisdom, a field of growing, flying high, being free. So I think that Kierra and her baby are safe. Whatever realm they may be in, they are safe, and there is definitely a light here at the end of the tunnel. They have found the light, and they have walked into the light. The angels, what message we have from the higher realms? What message do we have from the higher realms? What are the messages from the higher realms from Miss Kierra Coles? What are the messages from the higher realms that you want to convey, that you want the world to know? Miss Kierra Coles, you know you are loved. We have not forgotten about you. There is a reason for your story. There is a reason for your story. I have 2 cards dropped out, but I'm going to continue here. Here's another one. Let me pick it up. Angel Therapy. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. So here's an angel with the burden card. So I'm going to deliver this message to her family and loved ones and to all of us in cyber world that care about Kierra and are here to support her in any type of way, keeping her name alive, keeping her story alive, and giving energy to her case. So give your cares and worries to the angels and allow us to take your burden. So the angels have received and are looking over Kierra. No matter how it may seem on the exterior surfaces, there is a bright light at the end of the tunnel, and the story will be written. You're free, the birds are free, the horses are free, the looks like an owl here is free. So I see freedom, I see abundance, I see light. So that's what I see here. So what we can do now is learn from Miss Kierra Coles' case, keep her name alive, give love to her family and to all of her loved ones. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.